Hey, this is WhyBeAre with BeamNG.drive, and today we're going to be taking a look at a map called 100 Mile House. This is a pretty good sized map. To give you an idea of what I mean when I say a pretty good sized map, we'll just zoom out a bunch so you can see the whole map on your screen all at once. Now, as you can see though, there are a lot of roads here. There's no way I'm going to drive all of these roads, but I'll drive a collection of them so you get an idea of what kind of roads are actually available to you on this map. The first road I really want to take a look at is a dirt road, and I want to get a vehicle that's kind of appropriate for that road. So how about we start off with a rally version of the Paved. I know I'm not on the dirt road yet, but it's really pretty close to spawn. It's probably about a quarter of a mile or so away. And actually, once you get onto this paved road, you can actually see where we're going because there's a dirty spot on the road just ahead, and you can slow down and boom, there is the dirt road I wanted to drive on. And I wanted to start on the dirt road because I really like the way the dirt roads in this map feel. They do feel kind of like rally courses in a way because you can go pretty fast through them and you don't have many issues, but there are some tight corners here and there. And eventually we're going to get to a section where it's like surrounded by trees, which to me is pretty similar to what you would see in a rally course. Wow, I was scary up close on that bridge. That bridge is a little grabby, so you got to be careful on that. And ooh, I just bounced a little violently right there. I heard things breaking. It looks like we're actually pulling to the right maybe slightly. That's not good. But anyways, this is the part I was talking about where it really kind of feels like a rally course. Like the aesthetics match up with like a rally course, and the way the road feels is also pretty rally-ish. Then you also have some open areas which are still pretty rally-ish actually. And you know what I want to do? I want to be reckless. I'm just thinking I want to floor it right here and just see how fast we can go without slowing down. Oh, goodness. Oh, no, we're bouncing. Wait, we're fine. We're fine. Oh, no. Come on, come on. Upright, 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 upright. Roll it, roll it. You got a roll cage, so you should roll upright. Look at the spoiler. Come on, spoiler, you're fine. I want to keep using this car because the end of the kind of rally-ish section is coming up pretty soon. And I'm watching that spoiler instead of looking at where I'm going. It is just bouncing all over the place, and right up there where those trees are, that is where I would consider the end of the rally course because you can't really use a rally car much longer. Like you could try to drive it through here, but it is not going to be a pleasant experience at all. Because you're going to have to try to swerve through the rocks, and eventually you're going to get to a rock where you're probably just not going to be able to overcome it with a car like this. And you're going to decide, yeah, I need a car that's more appropriate for this, so let's just go ahead and do that right now. So how about we get the off-road version of the D series, and we'll get it in blue because I don't usually get blue trucks. Yeah, that blue actually does look kind of different. I am not used to seeing blue trucks in this game because I do never use blue. Anyways, this off-road section is pretty easy, I would say. Like if you're good at off-roading and you're using the stock D series, you will not have a single issue. If you're bad at off-roading, like me, you'll probably get stuck in a few places here and there, but a reset and a couple of tries later, and you'll usually be able to get through it. It doesn't feel like there's any section where it's like you'll really just say, you know what, I cannot make it through here. Everything feels like it's possible with the stock D series, and you know, it's probably possible with even, or not the stock D series, the off-road D series. And it's probably even possible with lesser off-roaders as well, like the off-road version of the van could probably do this. If you're a good off-roader, even if you're a bad one, you could probably get through this, but you might get stuck more than if you were using the D series, for example. But as I always say, it seems like a lot of whether or not you get stuck is just planning your route properly. Like, as long as you don't get yourself in a bad situation, this whole thing is going to be a breeze. You just got to, don't be dumb. Like, that's it. Don't be dumb. But when you're me, that's really hard to do. It's like right here, I'm making sure we don't go and climb a giant rock for no reason. We go around the giant rocks and stay on the smooth dirt and stuff, and don't floor it needlessly and do stupid things like that. I was, you know, doing that as an example. Like I would floor it right there needlessly and flip over or something a lot of the time, and I say, no, bring it back. Don't do that. And I guess I'll try to do most of this. I haven't really decided if I'll do the whole thing. It depends how long it feels like it'll take, because this is a reasonably long road. It's probably about the same length as the rally road we were doing, but we have to drive it at about a quarter of the speed or so, so it takes a lot longer to get through it. Actually, it's probably even less than a quarter, and this is a bad way of doing it. This is not the path I should have took, so now we're just relying on the truck to save me, and it did not. Hopefully we can back out of this. Like I knew the second I did that was a bad idea, because I was like, that is a pile of rocks. It is terrible. The better route is like this. And you can say, WhyBeAre, that's in the grass. That's cheating. You know what? I'm off-roading. You're going to tell me I can't off-road while I'm off-roading? That doesn't make any sense. If they didn't want me to drive there, there would have been a tree in the way. Because there are sections where the tree is so close that you're not going to be able to drive on the dirt like that. That one, though, you could. I mean, look, there's rocks in the grass, too. So, it's not like you're going to be like, oh, no, the grass is the clear way and you can drive on the grass the whole way, because that's not going to work. Like, look. Does that really look easier than going through here? No, it does not. Oops. Oh, no, I thought I would clear that. That was a little unexpected. Like, right here, though. Like, look at this. Oh, yeah, let's do it this way. And you can say all kinds of things about me being whatever, but you know what? I'd rather just get through it than get stuck every few seconds. Getting stuck ain't fun. Getting through it and feeling smart, that's fun. Like, oh yeah, I did the right path. I did so good. That's fun to me. Uh-oh, I kind of did a bad path here and I just damaged my radiator. I think we're getting maybe about halfway at this point. And what? I can't clear that rock? Thankfully, I could back up on it. Like, the second you can't back up, you're screwed. Thankfully, I haven't been in that situation yet. I blame the damaged radiator. Whoa. That was weird. Like, I went to go to the right, and it just seemed like it went a lot to the right for some reason. Oh, maybe it is pulling a little bit to the right now that I'm looking at it. Just a bit, and I'm not paying attention to where I'm going. That's bad strategy. Alright, up here, it looks like we're going to actually have to do some stuff. Let's see if we can get through without getting stuck. Good. Good. I mean, this is a pretty good off-road vehicle. Not going to have many issues going through here. Whoop, let me go on the left side of these ones. I don't know why the ground is a little spazzy, though. You know what I mean? You see, like, it kind of just flashes. I don't know exactly what causes that, but it does do that. It's a little distracting at times, but it's not like the end of the world or nothing. And it doesn't happen everywhere. It's just some locations. Like, you get through there and then you'll be fine in some spots. Other times you'll have it for a long section. Like right here, we're having it for a while, actually. Uh-oh. Nope, we're good. All right, right here, this looks bad. Okay, that rock, oh no, I might be stuck on that rock. Like, I'm really literally between two rocks. That's bad. Oh, and I'm okay. Oh, goodness. These rocks are all big. We're just going to floor it and hope it works out. And thankfully it did. Wow, good job, D-Series. I was actually a little scared right there. Whoop, I heard a crash. Oh, no. Coolant is overheating. This truck, though, it's a trooper. If I could do this with one truck, I will be so proud. Like, I'm basically doing this until I get stuck or until I get to the finish. And I believe the finish is coming up real soon. It's like right after this corner. We should be able to see it, I believe. Although now I'm getting excited and I'm starting to be reckless. I can't be doing that. Like, now my door is almost completely off. Although it's just adding weight anyways. Oh. Just broke some glass. Was that the door or maybe the windshield? I don't know. Glass broke, though. Come on. Oh, no, my bad. It's the next. I'm going to say this a while because there's not exactly many landmark type things. But I think the next corner right here, then we'll see the end. I think I see the end. I think I see it. And I'm not paying attention really to where I'm driving anymore. I'm surprised I haven't gotten stuck because I'm kind of just driving in the middle a lot instead of like making sure I take the right path. Ooh, that does not look good. When you see a hole with rocks in it, those are the places I usually get stuck on these kinds of things. Like, don't go in the hole. There it is. See? That's the end right there, that clearing up ahead. We almost did it with a single truck. Right? I don't remember resetting it. You know, I might have just reset it and forgot, but I don't think I did. Either way, though, there is the end, and I don't know if I want to do this next section with this same truck because it is taking a little bit of a beating. Now, if we go to the left, we have a road, actually, that's more of the same, but it doesn't lead to anywhere. It actually just leads off of the map, so I'm not going to bother to show you that because we've already been doing that kind of road for a little bit, but we haven't done the kind of road over there at all. Okay, yeah, something's not quite right with this truck's steering capabilities, it feels like, so I'm gonna definitely want to reset it. Just kind of park it in a good spot and then reset it, like, right here. Maybe we'll even change up the truck a little bit. How about we go to, well, I don't know if it'll be better or worse, but we're gonna go and switch to the extended cab version of the truck and see how it does. There we go. It looks pretty much the same, unless you go from the side view. And then you can see, oh yeah, it is definitely longer, which might work not in my favor. Now this section is definitely more difficult than the one we were just doing because there's a lot more rocks and a lot more ways for you to get stuck on those rocks and damage your door and drop your mirror as I'm doing right here. So far though, it looks like extended cab's doing a pretty nice job, actually. I'm surprised. I figured the extended cab might be so long it would get stuck real easy, but we're flying through this and I'm just flooring it like an idiot. But you know what? That's working. Let's just floor it the whole way and see how far we can get, not even trying to like take a path. We're gonna sit right in the middle and floor it just to see how far we can get. And I fully expect to get stuck eventually, but so far we haven't. Like, that's actually impressive. Don't floor it that fast. If we go that fast, we will just destroy the truck. I mean, we're already destroying it, but we don't want to destroy it that fast. Okay, I'm taking a little bit of a path here just because it seems like it's a little bit easier. Yeah, you can't stop me from taking my pass. I want to floor it, but then I also see the pass. So how about we do both? We floor it, and I'll try to take a path, but if I can't, oh well. That should be a good strategy. All right, flooring it. Oh, yeah, that's what happens when you floor it. Coolant is overheating already, though. We are like, yeah, we're pushing this truck, man. Come on. Keep going, though. Oh, what am I hitting? What am I stuck on? I don't even see that. Oh, there's a rock right under me. It's just kind of hidden with all the grass and stuff. That's the one I get stuck on, though. It's not even that big of a rock. It got me. I got unexpected, man. It's not coming off of me, though. See? Floored it. Not the best strategy now, is it? I can go and just yank it off, though. Come on. Yup. There we go. Whoop. Oh, right into the tree. Yeah, that's exactly what I meant to do. Alright, head gasket damage. That's not a good sign. We'll keep going, though. Until the car won't anymore. Which might be really soon, though. If I remember correctly, this car, once the head gasket blows, it's like the rest of the engine's gonna follow real soon. Well, if I'm going this slow, it won't, it'll last a while, though. It won't blow up really fast because I am making no progress at all. Come on, don't get stuck, though. Get out of that. Oh, come on. How you got no traction? Oh, no. You know, it might be it can't put down the power because it's so beat up. That could be a serious problem, especially when you have a vehicle this big. When it's going to lose power, it's going to make it feel so sluggish. Yeah, it's definitely a problem. Also, we are stuck on a rock that's like right under us again. But I feel like if the vehicle is functional, it would have been able to make that. So, you know what? Let's just try to line this thing up in a practical way. Oh yeah, I could barely climb up this hill. Oh yeah, this thing is just in a bad state. Let's just reset it. Although I don't know how much more of this I want to do because it goes on for quite a while longer and it's all pretty similar in the way it drives. Like, it's consistent, which is a good thing. But you don't want to see the same thing for, 20 minutes straight or whatever. I don't think it'll take us necessarily that long to do this, but it will be taking us a while, especially as I keep doing the floor it strategy, which is working less and less, actually, because we just broke the drive shaft. All right, floor it strategy not working, so let's do a little bit of the planned route strategy just for a bit. Although we're already stuck when I spawn. That's not fair at all. That is not fair. Alright, I got over that rock that I spawned on, which is the same rock I looked like kind of situation that I was stuck on earlier, and I said the engine was too damaged, and it looked like the power did save me right there, so what I said was probably true, actually, about if I wasn't damaged, I would have been able to make it. Alright, we just popped 2 tires so far. Thankfully, for off-roading like this, I don't think it makes that big of a difference. In fact, it might make it better. I don't know for sure about fully flat tires. in the game. Like in real life, you would deflate the tires for off-roading in some situations. I don't know if a flat tire has, what kind of properties a flat tire truly has in this game though. And I thought I could clear that rock, but I can't. And I'm kind of getting bored of this because it just goes and goes and goes and goes and goes. So let's imagine we did all of that and eventually we popped back on to the road. Right here. And actually, if I remember correctly, this is the same road we started at. We started there, we made a big old loop around, and now we're back here. And well, really what I want to do is go back to where we started, and I think the fastest way to do that is just to reload the map, just like so. Since we'll be driving on paved roads, we should get a vehicle that's suitable for paved roads, like the Burnside Special. And we got so many colors. How about we do, Medallion Gold? That sounds good. Although it'll probably look like a taxi cab, which, not really. It actually just kind of looks good in that color. Good choice of color, WhyBeAre. Thanks, WhyBeAre. No problem, WhyBeAre. Anyways, we'll go ahead and just drive on some paved roads for a bit so you can get an idea of how they feel. They are pretty bumpy. Like, these are some back road kind of paved roads. You see right there, we're going about 40 miles per hour or so, and we managed to get a pretty good amount of air. And we just started, so yeah, that kind of tells you the kind of roads we'll be experiencing. And they are definitely better than the dirt roads in terms of that kind of stuff, but they're by no means a smooth highway. And you can also see there are a lot of houses on this map. And I want to say there was something like 500 of them or something, it said on the download link, which is crazy. But if you zoom out and kind of look around, it does kind of feel like that. And there aren't many different shapes to the houses, but there are at least a bunch of different colors, so it doesn't feel too terribly repetitive. And we are just bouncing all over the place. I know we shouldn't be going this fast through a residential area like this, but you can't tell me what to do. I want to fly. And I believe actually this is going to be a dead end. Whoa! That was a little scary. Uh-oh. I don't think the suspension liked that. Wait, maybe it's... No, it's pulling to the left. That actually damaged the suspension. No, it looked like a perfect save and everything would be great, but you know what? We put so much weight on the left tire like that, it just did some damage to it. And well, that's the end of the road, so I'm going to just kind of make my own road real quickly to go back to the paved area. Got some dude's driveway. These guys got long driveways. Like for where I'm from, you don't see driveways that long usually. Usually it's just enough length for one car, maybe 1.5 cars. Unless you have a real fancy house, but those are by no means fancy houses. I want a faster car. Let's just switch this thing up. How about we do ETK, TT Sport Plus, and how about brown? Is that a brown? Yeah, light brown. Ooh, that's not bad. A brown wagon. Nice. So now you can see what happens when we hit some of the bumpy roads at 80 miles per hour instead of 40. We go flying. Get some radiator damage. Don't care. Keep going. Oh, get some serious damage. Don't care. Still keep going. You can really see the bumpiness of the road when you're going about 80 miles per hour. You are flying in the air fairly frequently. And going around a corner like this is a little scary because you might just fly off the corner. Here's actually a pretty smooth section. I say that and then it's going to get really bad. Watch. Yeah, it's actually still pretty smooth. Whoa, 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 whoa. Just popped myself in the air. Wheel axle broken. Uh-oh. Right rear tire deflated. That's more than deflated. That is useless. Alright, but we can still pull ourselves along. We could drag this car's dead body a little bit further. At actually a good speed. We're supposedly going 70 miles per hour. And it might not be quite that fast, but it's pretty close to that, it feels like. I am shocked that this thing is still driving after that bump and stuff. Alright, we're gonna crash it right there. Boom. That was a nice looking crash. And I think that'll kind of be the end of this video. So we can go ahead and do one more final zoom out so you can get one last look at the map. And you notice the houses do disappear when you zoom out. It kind of happens a little bit of a pop in every now and then, but for the most part, it's not noticeable where it's going to be an issue when you're actually driving. But if you're doing something like this, it'll be noticeable. And if you're flying something, it'll also be noticeable. Anyways, a couple last things to point out. There is a river that goes like the whole length of the place. You can kind of see that. There's a thing over there that says, well, you can read that probably, right? And there's some other text around it as well. I'm not going to bother covering the rest of it because it's less relevant than that one right there. So, till next time, this has been WhyBeAre. There's also a lake. I'll see ya. Yeah, that's the sloppiest outro ever, isn't it? I don't care. It's even sloppier now that I mentioned that it was sloppy. Yeah, well, I could get sloppier. You just watch. I could keep going on and on and on for so long that I start coughing on the mic, and that's too sloppy, so we're going to stop.